Hi, my name is Chris. I played Warhammer Strategy in the 80s and 90s. I painted all the figurines. I bought a $4,000 computer to play Warhammer on PC. So, this is my review of Lost Crusade. I'm giving you all the details, good and bad. The things that I like about Lost Crusade: the art is good, the character bios is great. It looks like Warhammer. What's not so good about Warhammer is the gameplay. The expeditions are. It's an A move across the map with some turrets. It's the same thing every time. It didn't feel like big Warhammer. It didn't feel like that good. And the gameplay, the strategy is awful. It's an awful strategy game because it has this really simple way it calculates combat. Dreadnoughts go first until all of them are dead. That's not a war game. A war game, everything that can be seen can be shot. You'd have a bullet go toward the dreadnought, miss, and hit a fucking bunch of troops. So how can you tell me 1,000 out of 1,000 dreadnoughts have to die before anyone else takes damage? That's not a simulation. That's literally a game. That's just a game. The game has its own rules. Anyway, Warhammer, there was no health pools. They didn't have any health pools, and they had every unit had wounds. 1 wound maximum for normal troops, 2 wounds for commanders, and very rare units had 3. All right, and the way that hits happened is you had accuracy and you had a defense. You had an armor defense, right? I'm gonna tag Games Workshop in this too. And so where I really like Lost Crusade is just its gameplay. Now, the way the servers are is the servers are an auction of victory. If you want to have your alliance own the server, and by the way, when they do it, they can apply debuffs to other people. They can actually take away other people's ability to be powerful if they want to, because they've auctioned off the top spot. So these servers are a big Machiavellian pile to the top where money is what speaks. And they say all the time the game's free to play. It's not free to play. It's not free to play at all. They say you can do everything in the game free to play. That's not true, because you cannot amass the necessary resources to get to high levels of the game free to play. And they know that because they want targets for their paying players. And I'm not a free to play player at all. I just don't think I think their line it's free to play is just it's just a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie they want to be true for the public image, but that's just not true at all in their game. It's not a free to play game because their resource packs, like let's say you buy a $10 resource pack, which is a lot of resources, that's going to be like 1/40th of the total amount of resources you're going to need for a high level building upgrade, right? And so how do you get those resources? Well, you can't protect them because shields are a premium item. So how do you do that? Well, you can't. It's not possible anyway. So the expeditions are bad. The expeditions are awful. The animations suck. It's not Warhammer. It's just a bunch of A moves across the map, auto attacking with health pools and some ability cooldowns. And that's not even fun. I hate waiting for energy to generate. It does not feel like I'm getting enough energy ever. It feels like I always don't have enough energy to do what I want to do, and it's not a good feeling. It's really not. Okay, so what's next in the review? You have, okay, the way that people win these games is they start new servers and they get in. The people who start these new servers have already played on other servers, so they already know everything. And what they do is they'll get 2, 3 major alliances. A person will have 3 alts. He'll play 3 characters, start 3 alliances, all with the same name. And then he'll super stack them so that the bottom 2 alliances are alliances waiting to get into the top alliance. It's really pretty shitty. Anyway, as soon as an alliance controls a server, the gameplay is over for everybody else. Nobody else can have any gameplay at that point, because what are you going to do? Are you gonna get you and your 40 friends to each shell out $2,000 just to be competitive? No. You're gonna either start a new game or you're gonna go play something else. You're not gonna do it. And so the game is like an auction race to server control. Then once that's hit, that server's done. that server is done. And the problem is that if you're on that server and you're a medium paying player, let's say you're in an off alliance and you have like, let's say you want to spend like $80, that $80 is basically meaningless. It really is, because you're not gonna be able to mine. You're not gonna be able to mine because they're gonna fucking attack your mining. And so it is. It's an auction of victory. The whole thing's an auction of victory, and free to play can't happen. And I'm tired. I'm mad at Games Workshop for being like, "Yep, that's the gameplay we believe in," because I don't believe in it. That's not me. That's not what I want to play. What else? Let's say something else positive about it. I think it's the music is good. The music really captures the setting. You can feel, I mean, with the name Lost Crusade and the way the music hits, you feel the energy they're going for, which is like a really tense space war. But it is kind of shitty because like the people who win, it's all about taking winning victories only. Because if you lose any troops ever, if they ever die, that's resources lost. You're not going to have those resources back. And if you amass massive, massive, massive armies, then nobody can easily fight you. Like, there are people with super bases that one person cannot take down because they just simply cannot rally enough troops to do that. So, in that sense, it's good for the winning player. Like, let's say if you're a person, you really want to spend some big dollars. Yeah, this game will give you the experience of being the super titan of the stars, the ultra whale who no one else can touch, and he can go around being a bully to everyone. But to anybody else who, like, cherishes games or appreciates fair play or likes competitive environments, this game is not for you. Lost Crusade is trash. It is. It's trash. The main gameplay is trash. And the way the game calculates strategy is trash. And the way that the game is just an auction of victory is also trash. It's a victory auction. And if you pay to win, you win. You can debuff your competition. Yeah, they literally give the payingest player of the server this title called Supreme Protector, and he can apply debuffs to his enemies that nerf their troop health, that nerf all sorts of things, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, the company who made it is called Orca, and an orca is a sea mammal that's a predator, first and foremost, and secondly, they're known for torturing smaller animals. They are. Like, orcas will play ball with a sea lion, with seals. Orcas will play catch with seals for fun, throwing around their bodies. And that's what this game is about. Lost Crusade, if you're a psychopath or a narcissist or just a bully, Lost Crusade is for you. But if you're an actual gamer and you appreciate competition, fair play, things like that, do not play Lost Crusade. It's not a fair game. And their line that free to play works is just to sucker idiots into being fodder for their paying players, because it is not possible. It is not possible to do the game free to play because you can't protect your resources. If you can't, shielding is a premium thing. You can only shield if you have money. And so the only way that you're going to amass 40 million resources of each category, when the most you can mine at once, if you're lucky to get a great mining node that doesn't get attacked, is 400,000, 500,000. I can get 500,000 resources with one mining trip over 3 hours. How long will it take me to get 40 million resources? Can I do that long enough without getting raided? And the answer is no, probably not. So, yeah, no, this is my review of Lost Crusade. Lost Crusade is a cursed game. Don't play it. Don't play it. Don't reward these people. Games Workshop, shame on you. This is not the company that I support. Not at all.